gotta make compromises. I be thinking to myself, oh, you mean you gotta do shit you don't want to do? That's what you're saying? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know. And I guess when I also look at it, that um, I think that to me, it doesn't come across as compromise. For me, it comes across as, well, we're sharing. Sometimes we do what I want, and then there's times that we do what you want. That makes sense to me since it's two of us, and I want to be able to honor your individuality and your feelings too.
Yes.
So, yeah.
If anyone's the leader.
Yes. Nas is back. So we're back with Nas, Jasmine, and Carla on audio. Hello again, everyone.
Hi.
Yes. So we just finished reading Attraction and then chapter 12 on commitment. And Carla was just talking about this chapter on compromise and sacrifice. But I wanted to offer a little more insight about that last chapter about commitment. And I got the whole idea, of course, from this book, Course in Miracles, where it says that, you know, a healthy relationship does not conflict with any other relationship because it's loving, and that makes it healing. So that's what I wanted to say. That's where I received that idea from, and I did my best.
Where are you Course in Miracles? Where is it?
Where is it in here? I will.
What page are you referring to? Because he, of course, has the book right here.
All right. If you have the blue book, my brother,
Yeah.
then you will turn to page 314. And it is the holy instant in the laws of God. If you care to read that first paragraph, which is where I got it from, please do.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
He's talking to you.
It is impossible to use one relationship at the expense of another and not suffer guilt. It is equally impossible to condemn part of a relationship and find peace within it. Under the Holy Spirit's teaching, all relationships are seen as total commitments, yet they do not conflict with one another in any way. Perfect faith in each one for its ability to satisfy you completely arises from perfect faith in yourself. And this you cannot have while guilt remains. There will be guilt as long as you accept the possibility and cherish it, that you can make a brother into what he is not because you would have him so.
Yes. That's the whole thing right there. Under the Holy Spirit's teaching, meaning under love's teaching, all relationships are seen as total commitments, yet they do not conflict with each other in any way. Perfect faith in each one for its ability to satisfy you completely arises only from perfect faith in yourself. That's what that means. So, yeah. So when someone says, oh, you have commitment issues, what they really mean is you're not following my scripts, because your first commitment should be to love and to loving yourself first. And so even as someone who's a caregiver to someone else, how can you give care if you're not caring for yourself? You know, how are you somehow bad at commitment when you're putting everything and everyone else before you and your own needs? It's more loving to fill your cup first and be at 100% before you go and delve into a situation where energy will be required of you. Because as I was saying in our other talk, there's 3 kinds of people. Energy vampires, those that drain your energy. The neutral people, where it's like, neither here nor there. And then people who give you energy. So if you're going to be around people who are going to drain your energy, knowing that, you have to power up. You have to power up. You have to take your vitamins, put your hand sanitizer on, put your mask on, and know what you're dealing with, because it's not a game. So just another way of looking at that. But thank you for reading that, bro. There we are. Found it. Okay, I'm in a different version of the book, so it's a little more difficult to find, but here it is, so everyone can see that me and Muhammad aren't making this up, even though our love is, it's just ours, but this here is for everybody. Okay, so it says at this point, still trying to get it in the middle of the page. Excuse me, it's technicals. Trying to give me a hard time here, Paige. Come on, Paige. Don't be special. There we go. All right, so it is impossible to use one relationship at the expense of another and not suffer guilt. It is equally impossible to condemn part of a relationship and find peace within it. What does that mean? It's like, well, I like everything about you, but I don't like that you dress that way, or that your hair's that way, or that you don't, or that, like we were just talking about, or that you're not willing to be my girlfriend or boyfriend because you're not attracted to me. So I think you're a great person, but I'm going to condemn the part of the relationship where we're not able to explore attraction because I want to, because that's my script for you. I can't find peace in the relationship if I'm condemning a part of it, or saying I want something different, or I want you to be different. That's not loving. Under the Holy Spirit's teachings, all relationships are seen as total commitments, yet they do not conflict with one another in any way. Perfect faith in each one for its ability to satisfy you completely arises only from your perfect faith in yourself. And when you think about it, every person in your life gives you a different gift. Like they bless you in a different way that no one else can. The connection you have with each person, you can't duplicate that with anyone. The love and the full. What?
I said, besides our specialist name.
Exactly. I mean, I hope everybody understands that ours is the only special one that can't be topped off. But besides that, for everybody else in the world, then everything, all the love is equal between everyone. It's just how you express that love. You're not going to express it equally. I mean, not equally. You're not going to express it the same, with your mother, father, sister, brother, lover, friend, companion, colleague, coworker, server at a restaurant, whatever. But if you have freedom, appreciation, communication, trust, and sincerity, you might express that in one way with your sibling, in another way with your partner, another way with your student or mentor or mentee, but it still satisfies you completely because you have perfect faith in yourself. You're not an incomplete person. You're a whole. And this you cannot have while guilt remains. And there will be guilt as long as you accept the possibility and cherish it that you can make a brother or sister, meaning someone, what they are not, because you would have them so. Like, I know you said, Jazz, that you're not attracted, and it's like 17 times you said this, but I still want you to be my girlfriend, and I want you to be something that you're not, or you're not willing to be. There's going to be guilt, there's going to be fear, there's going to be separation there. And in that case, it's not going to be a healthy relationship. So that's an example of that. So I shared all that because that one paragraph was the foundation of that chapter on commitment. So there's a little background for everybody. Any takeaways from what we read today, or giveaways? You can give us something that you might want to share with the world.
Drop some knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, let me think. I mean, when it comes to, I guess my only thought would be, I think it's important to be committed. And I know a lot of people I know it's not easy for a lot of people to be in, and this doesn't just go for, partner relationship. It goes for all relationships. To be in a committed relationship, I think it's not easy. And I agree that it takes time And time is one of, like, you know, the best things to do when you want that commitment, or I don't know where I'm going with this, but I I just want to say that yes, I think that it's not easy to be committed, but I think it's very important to have that discussion and you know, understand each other's flaws and understand each other's ins and outs, and understand that we are two separate people. You know, we're not here to change anyone. And to me, that's what love is, you know, accepting the person for who they are no matter what.
Thank you. Thank you. And Jazz?
I agree that it can be daunting or hard when you're faced with, I guess, that decision to become committed. Either you make a new friend and you know that you have a jam-packed schedule, but you really want to go through a stroll in Central Park, get some ice cream. I don't know. That we measure our entire lives, not only just our relationships, in time. We have a limited amount of time in a day, a limited amount of time in an hour. And then we also have whatever we're working on, projects-wise, career-wise, what have you, educationally, what have you. So you automatically think, I have to now categorize, I have to compartmentalize my day so I can make sure to give this person X amount of time. We already go through that. I want to make sure I spend time with this person. I want to spend time with this, but I also want to make sure I'm doing what I need to get done for school, work, what have you. So it's, again, about stepping back and like, well, this person knows that I enjoy their company. I'm coming from a place of love, and I might not have, you know, time is a human construct, but it's very real to modern society. So I may not have this time right now, and it's just about communicating that. It's about communicating, this will happen. I will make sure it happens simply because I enjoy and I love you and I appreciate you. And I'm being sincere when I express that I want to spend this time. But it's, again, about stepping back and making sure that is known, even if you don't have the resource at the moment.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Jazz. That brought up a thought that I had pre-COVID and all that, about getting to know people, bonding, connecting, and, you know, new people in your life. Would y'all like to hear it? I'm gonna share.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's my idea about dating and such, where I think we have it backwards. Whereas when you think about traditionally, the goal of dating is to find this person. You could say special person, or you could say, you know, just a person that you think will fit into your life in a way where they can be a close person, maybe intimately, maybe romantically, maybe even going up to family, children, you know, all that. You want to know that this person is able to integrate into your life, and not only just as a friend, but maybe something more. And so if you're with me on that, then I think we have it backwards, because what happens is we go way out of our way to become a different person, to interview, aka date a person, a new person. We put on different clothes, we go to different places, we put on scents and do our hair in ways we don't normally do it. We go out of our way, we put extra money aside, extra time aside to make this one date, in this one isolated incident with this person. And they're also doing the same thing. They're dressing up, they're making sure that they've bathed and they, you know, all of that, brush their teeth and all that stuff. And it's like, this is great, but the thing is, you're doing all of this difference, this stuff out of the ordinary, to see if this person is able to accompany you in your ordinary life. So my solution would be, okay, I like you, I want to get to know you pretty we want to get you to know you better. I'm going shopping at Trader Joe's today between 4 and 6 o'clock. And we got a line around the corner. You want to stand in line with me and talk and maybe create a grocery list and do some shopping together? Because if I stop my life to have this date with you, I got to take extra money, extra time. I got to miss out on my shopping perhaps, or I got to feel pressed because not only have I done this shopping, but after the 2 hours of social distancing, trying to live, you know, I got to also set aside time to be a different person for this person that I'm meeting maybe for the first, second, or third time. Instead, you know how people have this stigma about, oh, well, I can't introduce them to my parents. I can't introduce them to my friends yet. It's so new. It's so new. How about this? I'm hanging out with my friends today. I'm saying like pre-COVID or whatever, or post. I'm hanging out. We're hanging out. We're going to the bar. We're going to a musical. We're going to the movies. We're going to my friend's house. We're going to be hanging out over here. You want to come? Meet my friends. Let it be my normal life that you're being introduced to rather than this special, you know, hair up type of person that I just like 5% of the time I wear my hair up. So it's like normally the 95% of the time my hair is down. So, and I'm hanging out with my friends or my family or, you know, what have you. Or I'm working on a paper. I'm working on a paper today about a certain thing. You want to do some research with me? I want to bounce some ideas off somebody. You want to talk to me about this paper is really important to me. And that, I think, may be another kind of way to connect with someone. And if they can't deal with you in your normal everyday life, why would you marry them? Why would you hook up with them? Why would you shack up with them? Why would you be their boyfriend or girlfriend? Why would you want to be engaged to them? Why would you want them to choose you in this presentation personality that we presented on this date, or the second, third, and fourth date until the ninth and 10th date when they can finally piecemeal, carefully introduce them to our family and our friends in our ordinary life? You know what? I got a funeral to go to from someone that I love. You want to come? Because I can tell you about them. You know, I lost somebody the other day. You want to get to know me? Come meet my family at this funeral, and we can make it a funeral even. Because I know that that person would want us to celebrate their life. I can't be like, oh, no, I can't go on a date today. I'm going through some family stuff. It's like, you want to be a part of my life? My family's part of my life. Come to me to this repast. Come to me to this wedding or this baby shower. I know it's just a second date, but if you can deal with that, then maybe we have a future. Maybe not even as romantic people, but maybe just a cool person that I can be real with, that I don't got to get dressed up for just for them to accept me for one night and $250 later just to be like, block, delete.
Man, I totally agree. And I feel like those sort of outings or I feel like those are so much more valuable than going out to dinner and a movie and like a play, whatever. You're spending hundreds of dollars for whatever, and you're not really connecting. You know, taking a person to a funeral, to a person that you loved, is, you can learn so much about each other just through that than sitting through a movie. So,
And
totally agree.
how much talking are you doing during the movie either without people throwing their beer and their popcorn at you like,
Yeah.
shut up, you know, I'm trying to get to know her. We just met. So did I. I'm not talking to this person. You
Well,
still
that's
shut
a
up and
horrible,
watch the movie, you know? You know what
that's
I
a
mean?
horrible date then if you're trying to get I hate when people go to see movies on the first date. Like, what the hell is that? Like, I mean, we don't even know each other. I want to just sit and talk, and you want to watch a movie? Like, what is that about? Anyway.
I think when it comes to like movies on a first date, I want, depending on the time of day, we should go get a hot dog or something afterwards, discuss and digest the film so I can like see how your gears move. What are you thinking about after this? We should debrief. If we go watch a movie, we hug each other, say this was fun, we get on our separate trains going into different boroughs. What do I think of you? I don't know. You're pretty quiet for movies. It's great. I don't like people who talk, so it's great for movies. But outside of that, I actually my most recent like date. It was a first date, and I told the brother, well, I have an event after this, so I will be meeting a friend and going to this event. And he just assumed he was going to come with me, and I wasn't
Oh no.
sad about it. I mean, like, we had a wonderful just walking around Times Square, went, got dinner, talked to each other, and then I went to meet up with my friend. So the three of us started hanging out in Times Square, and our event got canceled. So it just ended up being a really cool hangout with a lot of bonding, like 3 ways. So my friend now loves this guy and reminds me to call him. And I'm just like, that's
You gotta remind you.
and now you know how crazy my circle is. It's just better because it's more intimate. It's not, there shouldn't be a facade. And if I have to put up a facade, it's already clear I'm not going to be real with you, or it's going to take a long time, and I'm not even sure if you'll accept me even then.
Yeah. The Great Pretender, aka date night. We all performing, we're making a performance being a presenter. Well, let me give you my PowerPoint presentation of Naeem Najieb here and dress up. And number one, my age is XYZ. I live at XYZ. My favorite color is red. Haha, you see that? I like to eat peanut butter. And now you go. Where's your PowerPoint? So anyway, it's pitiful. It's pathetic what we do to ourselves, and we need to find another way. I know that was very judgmental, but I'm allowing it. Naeem, you're allowed to be judgmental, and you're innocent. It's pathetic. We need to stop. Okay, I'm done. So, but I appreciate y'all hearing my thoughts on that, because I had thought about it, into the new year, like the end of last year into this year, and thinking about that stuff, and I was like, maybe there's another way, and maybe the best dates, not even to call it dates, but just to throw the word out there, are the ones that aren't really attached to a specific form or outcome. Maybe it's just we want to connect, and on that day, maybe you're meeting up with your other friend too, or maybe you're taking a walk through Times Square, or maybe you're just sitting down and talking about a book that you're reading. Maybe you're reading a chapter together. Who knows? It could be whatever. But dinner and a movie, I mean, we can go but so far, unless of course we got a plan to, like, let's talk about it. What would you change about the movie? What did you love about it? What did you hate about it? Tell me, talk to me. I like putting movies and TV shows on silent and just pretending, like, making up the dialogue as I go along. It's like, you be that person. Let's see,
Those are always fun.
Yeah, do that. If we're gonna be quarantined together, because like going out to the movies is not a thing right now, but you know what I mean. You can video, what do you call it, like remote watch a movie together, over the phone and stuff. So yeah, we're still able to connect, just maybe not in the same ways, but we can still connect. Just be a little more creative. And also the whole waiting for someone else to take the initiative. And I know this gets a little gendered sometimes, because a lot of times women are taught man has to make the initiative or the conversation or lead the whatever. But it's like, if you want to say or do or share something or not, then do that, whether you're a man or woman or societal norms or not. It's like, talk to me about this. I'm curious about whatever. And it not be, and if you are with a man who's, well, oh, you're being too forward, then maybe that's not the man that for you, right? Or even the friend or whoever for you. If you have to censor yourself because they feel threatened by you being too forward or too direct about how you want to experience this time together, because it is your time as much as it's theirs. So you're not getting it back. So there's nothing wrong with speaking your mind. And if, there's 2 things I want to say. Your boundaries won't scare away the right people. And if you say and the second thing is being yourself, it'll scare away the wrong people, meaning those who are not for you, and it'll attract those who are for you. So you win. both ways, because if someone's scared of you by being yourself and they want to run away, that's great, because they might have stayed if you would continue being that presentation hair up person. They're like, oh, I like this person, like, but I'm only that person like 3% of the time, and that's with you. So the other 90 such and such percent of the time, I'm who I actually am, and those who know me love me. And so if I'm going to show you me and you're going to be afraid, then that's great, because rejection is protection, and redirection, that's something that's important to remember. So yeah, Miss Geneva, are you on the line? You are on the line. I saw you. Maybe you took a nap, but you're there. Hello. So um yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I was on mute. I said I know you said 4, but I was doing homework. But so I'm doing homework and listening.
Oh, well, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. We're here with Naz, Muhammad, Jazz, and Carla.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
So yeah, that's Geneva. And we were just talking about relationships, of course, attraction and commitment, and the swindle that we call dating. And so that's what we were just talking about. Anybody else have any other thoughts or anything they want to share before we close out?
I just think that as people, well, I guess it varies by person. We always have these masks and these facades that we put up every moment of our lives. When you're younger, you might even have it for your family. You may have it for who you're working around professionally. You may have it for your friends. I personally keep different energies with different groups. I select my audience and I perform accordingly. So I feel like if I'm going on a date, I want this person to know me. I want to be comfortable without 1,000 masks, with no walls, just complete demolition of everything I use as not protection per se, but it feels safe. It's not necessarily comfortable, but it feels safer. So I completely agree with, come into my life as it is. And it's this freedom that I'm searching for. So if I'm looking for someone romantically and I want to stay around this person, I'm going to want, at least at some point, to put my hair down. I might wear my hair down. That's me 5% of the time, not without makeup, without a suit, without a PowerPoint. That's what I personally look for in terms of a partner, or even any relationship that I really want to be in my life, a friend or anything.
No PowerPoint, Jazz? You don't want to PowerPoint? Okay. I even got the laser pointer. I hear you. Yeah, it's I just like to think that if what we've been doing hasn't been working, it can't hurt to try a different way. Maybe that won't work either, but at least we know the way we've been doing it definitely doesn't work. 100% sure about that. So experiment, and yeah, we do wear our masks. We have our professional mask, our family mask, our presentation mask, and to the best of my ability, I do my best not to wear a mask for this gathering that we're having, for Love 101 Media, for our conversations, because it's more about this moment that we're sharing now than about it being on YouTube, or about people watching it and commenting and liking and disliking or whatever. It's more so for the moment, maybe I can receive a thought or give a thought that is helpful in some way. Maybe we have a conversation that opens our minds to a different way of seeing things and doing things in our relationships with ourselves and with others. And that's what's important. I do enjoy editing and posting the videos as well, but that's my greatest joy is here and now with you, with everyone who wants to join. and of their own free will, except Muhammad, who has to join because he loves me, and it would crush me if he didn't. But everyone else, you know, I I love that you join me in this. And we're going to finish the book next gathering, hopefully tomorrow, if anyone's available. We're going to be talking about beginning and ending relationships. So there's 2 chapters. One is beginning relationships and the other is ending relationships. How does love do it? How does the program do it? And we'll talk about that. So I look forward to it. And anyone else on the line have anything to share before we sign off? Well, thank you very much for joining. This has been Love 101 Media. Geneva, hello.
Hi.
Anything you want to share? I am enjoying looking at a quarter of your face right now.
Um, I agree with what Jazz said and what Nas said, and I think that, you know, you should be able to be yourself and be appreciated and accepted for who you are.
Yes. Even if it is only 10% of your head that I see now, I appreciate.
Oh my gosh. There she is.
I like your braids.
No, I'm doing this like deep conditioner. I don't like them. I look like Pippi.
Who, Pippin or Pippi?
No, you
Pippi
don't.
Longstockings.
Oh, Pippi Long. No, you don't. More like Rumpelstiltskin, but not Pippi Longstocking. I wouldn't say that.
Well, I want to be loved whether I want to be loved whether I look like Pippi or, you know, or whether I look like I'm on crack or anything.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
Even if you look like Wendy from Wendy. What?
Even if I look like
He's
what?
getting jealous. He's getting very jealous.
You're only supposed to love me.
Bro, just cover your ears. Put yourself on mute. I gotta express love. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that, my sister. I love you all, and I look forward to joining you next time. So I'll send out the link. And until then, this is Love 101 Media, and this has been our Love is Not a Game series with Nas, Carla, Jazz, Muhammad, and Geneva. So until next time, love is not a game.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.